Hey y'all, what is up everybody? What is up YouTube? Sparky Mark here, and I'm back to do a movie review. That's right, a movie review for Ghostbusters 3 AfterLife, also known as Ghostbusters Afterlife. But enough of that. When you look at here, our variation posters, about 6. One is the original poster we were supposed to get some years that we got. This was a teaser poster, a blank poster, a theatrical poster, the definitive poster, which is of course in the Blu-ray or the DVD releases, a Cinemark XD poster, and I believe a poster. You have our characters, and these three are the originals. We got one of the gatekeeper dogs, and the mother and her kids, and the love interest of one of the young male character, and we got a new ghost, and we have our little mini puffs. Very cool. So yeah, Ghostbusters 3 Afterlife, folks. What do you all think? Tell me the details and truth. Anybody that was excited in 2021, let me know in the comments. Any of you grew up with the movie? Any of you grew up with the first 2 movies, the cartoon shows, merchandise, the video games that we got released, and the recent one? But remember what I said about the other 2 video games? One was the Sanctum of Slime, not well received, and then the so-called 2016 video game that is supposedly a sequel to the 2016 BS. Yeah, those were not well received, and they're not among video gamer fans and Ghostbusters fans. And also, let me know about the cartoon shows. I did say Real Ghostbusters, and then in 1997, between the fall and November of 97, we had Ghostbusters, the Extreme Ghostbusters. So yeah, so those 2 cartoon shows are great, really. They stayed true to their ingredients and went to the extreme in 97. So anyways, let's talk about this. And back then, if anybody was mistaken that this was supposedly a sequel to the 2016, you're wrong, because the 2016 was a total cash grab, a name make, poor attempt, and felt like it was a sketch out of Saturday Night Live, and it just hurt the fans. And Sony paid a big price for it. $70 million. Boo-hoo. Boo, 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 boo. So yeah. Well, and if you heard me talk about the previous sequels and complications going on for this one, I'll leave you the link in the description box for Super Cinema Void, which is about a 90-something not a documentary. What do you call it? Revealings of the success of the first 2 movies, cartoon shows, and stuff. And we were supposed to be getting a 3rd movie, but it kept getting pushed back because the scripts were not loved. Didn't want to risk spending too much money. This and that, yada yada yada. Like I said, I'll leave you the link in the description box down below. Keep an eye on it. So yeah, let's get back to this movie. So what it was is that we see one of our heroes, which is known as the Ghost Farmer, but we know who it is. It's Egon Spangler, and then trapped one ghost in the box, and apparently sadly, he died of a heart attack. Oh my god. And then focusing on a mother and 2 kids, leaving New York, and have to go to this farmhouse that the mother / daughter inherited from her father, and obviously we might know who the father was. Then leading on to the whole qualms about who her father is or was, is who is he? Who's the father? And who in fact was he? And then we meet Janine Melnitz, played by the wonderfully Annie Potts, and telling her that her father wasn't this or this and that, Never said his name, but never knew the man. and that's things go crazy from there. Havoc and problems, and then suddenly things going off on the night, and then suddenly one of our heroes, one of them finds a ghost trap. Really? A ghost trap? I thought it was a killer replica of some kind, but it's not a replica. And Mr. Gruberson telling the story what occurred in Manhattan in New York in 1984. So yeah, and gonna be a little bit kind of focusing on Mr. Gruberson because technically he knows who they were, the Ghostbusters, and that he should have mentioned also in the movie that he was a teenager when the Manhattan Crossroads occurred. Then 5 years later, it happened again. During the events of the second film, the whole city went in chaos because of oozy slimes. Exactly. So yeah, and who was it? Did her father ever mention it? Just her mom didn't know who her own father was, who her grandfather was. Like, oh my God, really? So yeah. So things get crazy here and there, and then suddenly the idea for this is when Jason Reitman, son of director and producer Ivan Reitman, wrote an idea in his head. Imagine a 12-year-old girl finding a proton pack and wearing it, and finding her connection to her grandfather was. So yeah, this is where we're getting, and all in all, the story is amazing. Until you get to the third act, we meet our heroes at last, and finding out who the family member was. So yeah, I'm not gonna get too much for that, but it was good to see the Ecto-1 back, and of course it has a gunner's seat, beautifully. But when you get to the final act, we see our heroes, like I said, and we also get, whatchamacallit, another old friend back. So yeah, Jason Reitman got the idea, plus he was involved in the writing with Gil Keenan. Ivan Reitman produced, and also paying a good tribute to our dear friend Harold Ramis. So yeah, we got like a lot of 45-minute documentary set in pieces. I don't know if I could find these and leave you the link in the description box, but I'll leave you with some parts of the documentary and stuff. Okay, one is for the what is it? I'm gonna have to show you the DVD menu in a bit. One is for man, oh man, I'm gonna have to go more on this. I'm definitely gonna have to go on ghost mode. I have to go on dark mode to show you the menu. Oh, here it is. Wait, is it this one? Oof, there's like a lot of stuff. Bringing back the Ecto-1, which is, I believe, a 6 or 10-minute featurette talking about the designing of the Ecto-1, the hero car from the first movie, and they had to do some modifications and stuff, and make it look very old, that it's been there for so many years, and that would be fine by the grandson, and then the injector seat would be also fine by the granddaughter, and then their new best friend. Exactly. I mean, it's amazing. No lie, no kidding. And then there's Easter eggs hidden in the movie you can see it in. Okay, one is Your Guide to Ghosts Gadgets, which is a 19-minute and 50-second featurette interview with the actresses and actors, and producer Ivan Reitman. Jason Reitman is interviewed, and thank God he was giving this movie back to the fans, and that it follows the ingredients, continuing where the second film left off, but as well as sort of like the video game canon left off. So yeah, so my expectation for the opening, like, you know, we see like news and radio announcings, paper clippings, was like, oh well, out of the question. That's our heroes were out of business. No more. Ghostbusters are no more. And then also talking about the effects and the ideas, the visions and everything, stepping into his father Ivan's footsteps to do the film like he did many years ago, and that and try to capture the illusion and magic like the first two movies did, and among other things. Also talking about how to bring back the character of Egon Spangler that was originally played by the great Harold Ramis, God rest his soul. They had to find like a look-alike, an admiration floater that had to look like him. They had to hire an actor. Ivan Reitman played Egon Spangler in the opening scene of the film. Another half was Ivan Reitman as Egon, and then the rest would be played by an actor named Bob Gutton, playing Egon in the ghost form, which would be the third act I'm telling you about. But those who haven't, please stop watching this video and watch the movie, then come back to this video and listen to the review. So yeah, they did a great job bringing back the character of Egon Spangler for one last bust. And what else? Deleted scenes, which is only about a 1-minute featurette. And then you got the RC Controls documentary and such. All in all, I'm just gonna have to show you the DVD menus very quick. So yeah, and the budget for this movie, you already may or may not know, it was a $75 million project, very bigger than the last two ones, which was 1 and 2. And this movie made $275 million bucks. Yes, indeed. So yeah, and when you watch this film, do not skip nothing. At the end of the film, there's post-ending credits. We got another characters back, and there was also another scene that wasn't in the first movie where we can see the flashback of Egon and Janine talking about the gold coin, and which you're gonna have to watch the film or buy yourself this movie because you won't be disappointed with this movie. So yeah. Also, I'll leave you links in the description box for Adam Savage. If anybody knows who that is, he's an effects dude, and he's a big Ghostbusters fan. I'll leave you that for that as well, for AfterLife. And then he's behind the scenes for Frozen Empire, which, oh my god, it's amazing. So yeah, folks. And there's no special artwork in this. You just got the basic Blu-rays. Same thing with the Slippy Dippy. Then we got your combo pack set. One is the Blu-ray. And then we got, oh shit. Then we got the DVD. Very, very clear as day. So yeah. So yeah, folks, that's all you're gonna be getting, and it comes with something like this, but it has the download code, so I'm not gonna do that. And also, it's all region, A, B, and C, plays anywhere around the world, so you're good. So yeah, this came out on November 19, 2021. And it was a hit. Instant hit. No lie, no kidding. No BSing. It was a hit. And also there's a, like I said, post-ending credit, and then our other hero of the group, Winston, has kept the firehouse, and then there's a lighting on red. You're gonna have to wait for that as well. That's coming up. Yeah. Oh yeah. So yeah, all in all, fun movie. Stay true to its roots. The DNA is in there. You're never going to be disappointed with it. So yeah, and it is tribute to the great Harold Ramis. God rest his soul. So yeah. Okay, now let's see the menu. Like now. Let's go to the menu. Alrighty, folks, here's the menu and all its wonderful wisdom and coolness and goodies. Okay, one is the documentary called Summoning the Spirits, Making of Ghostbusters. I might have mentioned this and then I said it right, 19 minutes and 50 seconds in length, talking about the making ofs and talking about how the idea came up, the casting, coming back to the roots, its DNA, the whole the whole 9 yards and everything but the kitchen sink, and going back to the DNA roots of the first two, and sort of canon to the game. Maybe, I'm not so sure. And you have interviews with the director, producer, the writer, and director, and everybody involved. And the next one is Gearhead's Gadget to the Ghostbusters gadgets. That is, Ghosthead's Guide to Ghostbusters gadgets. 6 minutes and 12 seconds in length, with effects artists talking about the designing of the Ecto-1. Oh, not that I say Ecto-1. No, the proton pack and the details and the RC ghost traps, and they had to design like a dozen ghost traps from the first two, like the one from the first two movies, which they made nearly maybe a dozen or maybe a few or so, and they had to make sure it's very look exactly how it was in the first two movies, exactly detailed like we saw them before. And what else? And also designing the remote control ghost trap that you're seeing there, telling you the details that they have to make the wheels very rubbery. It's a character that we have to follow and other things. And the next one would be the special effects ghost of AfterLife. One of them is designed for Muncher, which presumably it's going to have to be Slimer's cousin. And so yeah, it's 6 minutes and 29 seconds in length. Alright, that's 3 extras so far. The next one will be bringing back the Ecto-1, which is a 4 minute and 49 seconds in length, telling it that it's a very rare car, sought after, whichever, talking about how they had to bring it back, and what else? And they had to use like 2 hero cars, one for the exterior shots, the interior shots. The other one had to be designed very well, and among other things. And they had to make sure it matches just like its predecessor. And yeah, and the writing on the car was amazing. Also, we got one Easter egg revealed, which is a 7 minute 49 seconds featurette that are telling us the details of hidden Easter eggs that are related in this movie, and it would follow to the first 2 Ghostbusters and sort of pay homage to the cartoon shows and presumably the video game. So yeah, definitely great. Alright, the other one is Ghostbusters, A Look Back, 10 minutes and 37 seconds in length, interviews with some of the effects people and artists that were involved in the 84 film, and also with Jason Reitman. Very cool features as well. Also, you have A Look Ahead, which is I haven't seen it, but let me just play it. 3 minutes and 44 seconds in length, which of course I presumably it's believed that, yep, it's talking about to the original. That's a scene from the first movie. Yeah, interviews with producer Ivan Reitman, executive producer and actor Dan Aykroyd, Bill Murray, Ernie Hudson, talking about that here we are after 38 years actually 37 years, and they always look back fondly to the movie. They always look back to Harold Ramis, and also looking back at how the success of the film was, and talking about a lot of stuff that was happening during the production, and always good to look back at their career, how it all got started. So yeah, you're gonna have to wait for the for that movie. Like, what is it? You're gonna have to buy the Blu-ray or the DVD for this. You're gonna love this documentary. Very good one. The other one is a deleted scene, and it's only one. It is it ever too late? Which is a scene with Janine Melnitz and Kelly Spangler talking about their dad, and talking about their father, this and that, among other things. I'm not gonna get to that. You could probably see that on YouTube, so check that out. And we got 14 minutes and 48 seconds of previews. So yeah, that's all for now. And you got the scenes. One is the first scene, the second film, and then the second scene, chapter 3, chapter 4. They find the cool stuff. Then we find the PKA meter unleashing the ghost, and then crazy chaos, and then testing the equipment out. Other one is riding the Ecto-1, catching Muncher police station. The cops in this film, a bunch of douchebags. And the sheriff, man, he doesn't know squat. And then we meet our Mr. Gooberson encountering the mini puffs and stuff. And one of the gatekeeper dogs. And then our four heroes, young heroes, are looking at the caves and looking at it and looking at years, especially 1984, the Manhattan Cross Rip. And doesn't talk about 1989, which they should have done as well. And we see a body in the casket of Idol Shandor, and then the weapons that our hero has. That are one of our hero Egon Spangler put as a trap, and he had to walk away from his family, leave his friends, because no one believed what he was telling. No one believed it but him. And then another scene here, discovering what's going on, the breakout scene. And then we meet our arch nemesis Gozer. She is back, and better than ever though. Then we meet our heroes for one busting, and then meeting back with an old friend. Then you got your setups, you got your audio, descriptive service, French audios, same thing, descriptive service, Portuguese, same thing, Spanish, Thai, then you got your subtitles, all sorts of them. Wow. Then you got your play. So folks, if you like content like this or any other content, please click the bell on the subscribe button to be notified of all new uploads. Like the videos, always appreciate the thumbs ups and comments down below. So yeah, and who's excited for Ghostbusters 4 Frozen Empire? I know I am, my homies are, and myself. So yeah, and let me know in the comments, dudes and dudettes, and all you young BUCKSs, if you're going to look for the original Ghostbusters, type Ghostbusters 1984. It will give you two choices, 1984 or 2016. Young dudes and dudettes, young BUCKSs, don't fall for it 2016. It's just a poor attempt. That's right. And what do you guys think of the Ghostbusters films, TV shows, the video games, and this new one, which is Frozen Empire? Let me know in the comments. And also, YouTube plus also, if you like content like this or other content, please click the bell on the subscribe button to be notified of all new uploads. Like the videos, always appreciate the thumbs ups, comments down below. Always appreciate that as well. If you have any opinion related details about this video and Ghostbusters, This is what we're talking about, folks. And let's give a shout out to the collectors out there, from the toy collectors, physical media collectors, and all your collectors out there. Shouts to you all. So yeah, wow, that escalated very fast. So y'all, this is Sparky Marky Mark signing off. Y'all take care. God bless you. Hear you, and see you on the next vid. Enjoy the weekend, y'all, and spring break. Catch you on the next vid. I ain't afraid of no ghost. Later. Bustin' makes me feel good.